Well, hello, welcome to another video of us getting wet in Wales. It's raining in Wales. And as you can see, the camera's a bit fogged up because it was raining yesterday and these Osmo pockets do not like the rain. And I got it a bit fogged up. But we're out on a little adventure. We've got the little team with us again this morning and we've all just navigated a large puddle in the middle of the road. We had 3 weeks of pure blue skies and sunshine and everything's drying up and everyone's worrying about water, and then suddenly within 2 days everything's flooded. Amazing, isn't it? So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be doing a lot of filming. It's a bit miserable, it's a bit horrible, but we're out and we're on our way into Dorothea Quarry. Not one of the most popular places, not one of the most commonly known quarries to have a look around, but it's a beautiful little manor house. It's in the trees and I'm guessing at this time of year, sort of April, it's going to be quite greened. So we're going to have a look, going to have a nose, see if we can get a couple of pictures, and if we do, I'll tell you all about them. See you in a bit. So remember rightly, this quarry always reminded me of that nature taking things back, because as you walk around these places are trying to take back with nature. Nature seems to grow through everything. On the way up, I'll show you when we leave, hopefully. On the way up there was a Mark 1 escort in the bushes. It's been there obviously before the bushes started to grow, and the bushes have grown around it, up in it and through it, and it's absolutely amazing. But to see this little tiny escort van, this little Mark 1 escort van tucked in the trees, is just phenomenal. But yeah, this is a lovely little quarry, well worth a visit, well worth an explore. And there's a nice little footpath that goes around it as well. It's just parking's very minimal. There are a couple of places if you Google Dorothea Quarry, but there you go, look at that one sunken quarry. All that there used to be workers down inside the ground, and now it's all full of water and there's submerged vehicles and all sorts at the bottom there. So it's a proper quarry, but I'd love to go down and have a look, but there's no chance of being in that water. I know my way kind of around it. I sort of know where the manor house is. I've got to try and sort of get me spidey sense on when I get around the other side. But there's lots of little houses dotted around all over this place, and they're just literally buried in the woodlands and in the trees. The trees are coming up around them and through them and stuff like that. So it's worth a walk around and just having a look and seeing what you can find, because every direction you sort of do look, there's a remnants there. In between that tree there's another building, and then over there's another building. So the trees have all come up around all these buildings over the years and hiding them and obscuring them from the view. So it's definitely worth exploring and poking your head in between some of the trees and bushes to see what you can find in there. It'd be nice to find a real old bit of ironwork, wouldn't it, or something, a fireplace or something weird and something undiscovered. But it's definitely a soggy one. Mine is a lump of metal sticking out the floor there. They're fireplaces, aren't they?
Well, why does every house?
Or are they? No, they must be. They'd be like little tables maybe for making your breakfast on.
No.
Yeah, I think so. Well, it won't be a chair, will there? And there's no chimney hole in the top, so there must be fire.
Is there a chimney?
No, it's not a chimney, so there must be little tables or something, bench sets for putting your teapot on.
No.
So what are these? What are these things in here? They're all the way along. So we've got one there. It's very difficult to see, I know, with the fogged up camera. There's one there. There's another one there, down there. There's another one here. All the way along, if I flip you around, all the way along this passageway, they're all the way along. So would these be where they put their tools or dry their clothes, or where you'd make a cup of tea or something, or is that what these are? They're on both sides, that side and this side. So I'm assuming this would have had a roof on it. This would have been an enclosed building. But yeah, they're all the way along here with these little doorways underneath. They're not on the back. This looks like a passageway, obviously, to get through. But this is a very cool little quarry. Like I say, this Dorothea Quarry it's definitely got its own little uniqueness to all these obscure little buildings hidden in the trees. So I'm going to put my Osmo back in my pocket and try and warm it up, see if I can defog you. But yeah, let me know what they are. I'm really intrigued to know what they are. This kind of spookiness of this fogged up camera actually makes it look a bit eerie, doesn't it? But look at this big lump of wood that's really difficult to show you the way it's grown out of the actual tree. And we're going to go through a little tunnel arch here, and I'll flip you around and show you what I mean by that tree. Just look at the way that's growing out of there. How eerie is that? I love the way this foggy, misty camera is working. I know it's a fault of the rain on the lens, or in the lens, but it looks really good. Maybe I should fog up all the pictures when I get home and make them look like that. But that looks well cool. It's very funny. Me and Tony's just been having a bit of a chat and a conversation. He's there, he's waving, because we're walking through these and we're saying how things, you know, how nature's taking this back. It's been left, and he was talking about he's done was it a project about London? He's done a project on sort of London and what would happen in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years if we stopped existing, or we started to leave things alone. And then we just got talking about certain films, and he was saying about there's a little cartoon film called Where's Wally, which is about a little robot that gets left behind, and they find this spaceship that's been sent off into space. And I'm just changing the subject, so I'm going, look at, there's another building, all these little things, what are they for? Yeah, and all the people are not actually moving, they're on carts that are being moved around, and they don't use their legs and arms anymore, they're just being pushed around by these little robot things. And it's really weird how, when you walk around these places and you look at these places, how things like Mad Max, I'm old enough to remember Mad Max when it first came out, and it's like, oh my god, look at this place, you know, this desolate island, we're all fighting for fuel and we're beating each other up and we're all cutthroats and pirates. How certain things are gradually taken over. Terminator, when the first Terminator came out, Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger was there, you know, a robot from the future that you're pressing the wrong button and the robots are taking over, and we all thought, you know, what a load of rubbish, you know, kind of thing. That's never going to happen. It's actually happening now. We've got cars that drive themselves, we've got machines that cook for you, we've got all sorts of robots that make cars and make this and make that, and it's fascinating how those things from the past are actually starting to creep into the future. And I've just spotted Trevor looking at a tree, and oh my god, what a tree. I've got to get a photograph of that. She's a stunner. Have a look. Look at this. Through that bush there, there's a green bag, and next to that green bag is a tree. I'm going in.
Oh, why?
I'm going in. No, you're not having it. I looked, I saw the bag and I saw you. That is really nice. And there's a building behind it as well. Look at this business. That's really cool. That's got to make a really nice photograph, but who can do it? Who can do it justice? Who's going to make it work?
Not me.
Me. Let's see what we can do. I'm not going to mess around with lenses. I'm going to use the lens I've got on the camera, and we're actually both using a similar sort of camera and lens, so let's see what happens. Steve's got a full memory card and he hasn't got a spare one. We've all got spare memory cards, but he doesn't want to take one of ours. So he's going to gradually delete photo at a time without deleting the one he wants to keep.
What you do, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I was actually told, I'll give you this is something from the camera club. A couple of people I used to talk to, I was always told never delete single photographs off your card through your camera.
Really?
Yeah, because you can get a bad spot. And I've got two cards that I've got one single photograph. It doesn't matter how many times I take it, I get one photograph on that card every single time that's missing. So I could never use it for a wedding. Yeah, it's just one photo, always get one that comes up as a bad format. So yeah, just going forward, I was always told format in computer or format in camera, the whole lot, and start again. Or format in camera. Format in camera and start again. That's what I was told. Whether it's true or whether it's not, I don't know. It could be an old wives' tale. So there you go, little tip for you if you're listening.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, let me know. Right, we're all photographing as well. There's four of us. 1, 2, 3. There's 4 of us here at the moment. 5. No, she's not got a phone out. We're all photographing this tree. We're all looking at our own way. Trevor, of course, is higher than deeper than everybody. If he's not boots in, he's neck and shoulders in. Look. He's up there, climbing into the tree to get a shot that's different than everyone else. What I'm going to try and do is, let's throw him a rope up and drag him up there.
See if there's any eggs in this nest.
Let's grab a picture of each of them, and I'll put their favourite one up. I'll get them to send it to them. I'll put their favourite one up, and I'll put all 4 up on the screen at the same time. I'm not going to tell you whose is whose, and I'll just label them A, B, C and D. Let me know which one is your favourite, and I'll pass on the information to them if it's not mine. Well, I won't.
Trevor's going to be best. Trevor's going to be best if not for effort alone.
Effort alone, yeah. I'm not going to tell you which one Trevor's is.
For effort.
I'll pretend that's mine. I won't tell you who they are. Let me know. out for a fireplace. See, there's another structure there. What would that be? That is a fire. It's got to be a fire. Yeah, there's a hole in the top, so that looks like a raised fire pit or fire something. Maybe you'd have candles and stuff and somewhere warm in it. I don't know, but it definitely looks. An oven?
Yeah.
It could be a raised oven, couldn't it?
You've
Yeah.
got one behind
You're doing a
you
bit of
down
bread.
Yeah, so you got there.
Yeah, that's your fire. That would be more of a
The fireplace.
It's very much kitchen area with this as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's a chimney, which is obvious because the chimney's still on it.
So this is most probably.
This is a yeah, like a kitchen, little galley. Definitely, yeah. That's a good point. In discussing this, and we think it's probably a little galley, a little kitchen. That would be more like a storage, keeping your stuff cold. You've got like this fire pit area down here. Then that probably could be a raised fire window, entrances into other rooms, maybe a seating area or something, or even there's another big fireplace there, and then this one here. So yeah, this could be like a cooking kitchen area because there's a lot of fireplaces all in one small place. Doorway in, there's another one there, big fireplace, could be a big fire pit. So yeah, we'll have to watch this one. This is a bit dodgy just there. So yeah, I'm going to take a couple of photographs and just. Because I just like the idea of it. We're in another building now, and there's this great big chunk, probably oak, because that's what we used to use, because it's very, very hard wood. But there's a massive, massive chunk there. It's got to be 12 or 14 inches deep, and there's this massive great big hook eye thing up on the top. So what would they have had that bolted in there? Because that's been bolted in with like big 12mm half-inch coach bolts. It's got a door frame, and that could be more modern, the door frame, but that has been there for, well, since when the building was put up. So what would that be? And that was all fascinating me as well. There's a gap in the wood, and they've shoved a piece of sleet in there to fill the gap, but what would that have been used for? Because it almost looks like something would have turned in it. So it's a bit of a thing as well. The last few videos have been me being a bit low and a bit down, and I'm not particularly feeling it still, but I'm a lot more excited with being somewhere a little bit more new and fresher that I've not really been and spent a lot of time in. And Tony's just been saying, he said, this is a crying shame if I don't come back here in August sort of time and get the full colours and mushrooms and stuff like that. So I'll make a promise now. This is one I will definitely come back to at that sort of time, so you can do a bit of mushroom hunting and see if we can get some nice full colours and have another explore and a nice gentle walk around, hopefully without the rain hindering us, because it's very difficult taking pictures in the rain, and this Osmo really is not good in water conditions at all, not good at all. Everyone's getting a bit separated at the moment, different places, but we've come round to the pumping house, which is this big building there beside me, and I'm sorry you can't see it too well. Look at this, we've got this nice big old iron drum, which I assume would have been filled with either water or something, I don't know. Oil, it could be oil, couldn't it, or something for keeping lubrication. Again, buildings absolutely everywhere. Right, so I had a memory card pack up on me then, it's full up. So I was just saying about that big metal drum, wasn't I, over there. I'm just going to have a little explore here and just show you what's inside this. Because again, if you haven't seen the old videos of, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago since I was last year, even longer. Down here is some air drums, or there used to be air containers or canisters. Look at them, with them big smiley faces on them. I'm assuming that would have been full of air, maybe. Could be compressed air or steam. So the steam would have been maybe something that drives the big pump on the top of this thing. Also just talking to the little young lad, you can't really see it on the camera because it's all fogged up, but there's an old clock up there with Roman numerals on it, and there's a little lad down there we're just saying about, it's got numbers on it. 1904, 1904, this building. That's quite some time ago, isn't it? But yeah, the old pumping station, there's a piece of wood that's obviously used to go up and down in the mine shaft to pull out all the water, or to give them air down there maybe. More likely to drag water out, considering it's full of water now. Pretty cool stuff. So I'm over the far side of the quarry now, and we're just walking along the main path, the main drag. I'm waiting for the others to catch up at the moment. But there's this entrance down in the wallway down there. So I think we're going to divert and go down through that rather than carry on and come back. I think if we go through here and then hang a bit of a left, I'm sure we come to the old manor house, but it's a bit hard to get my bearings from this location, but I think that's where we're going to end up. But I will take you down there. Wait for everyone to catch up and we'll go down and have a look in there, because it's pretty, it could be the back side of the manor. We could be actually in the opposite side of the manor, looking at this. It's sort of got some familiarity to it, but very, very nice little building to be in and around. Have a scoop through. It looks familiar. If I can get around the other side, we'll see. I'll find out when I get outside the door. It'd be pretty freaky if it pulled up on the wrong side of it and come out this end. No, it's not, but I think I know where I am. I think I know where I am. Yes, I do. Follow around past there. Awesome. Awesome. What a place. Shame you can't see it with this misty lens. Just here, I remember taking a photograph before with the green behind it and all the nice cornice around the windows. So I shot a picture many moons ago behind this tree, I'm sure I did, to try and encompass this tree and this building. And again, I'm going to do exactly the same thing a few years on, because I love the gateposts, I love the sets around the window and stuff like that, and that looks awesome, and having this green in it is going to work for me. So let's have a look, see if we can get another one. I'm sure once you ever spot me, they'll be all round having a nose as well. Through that tree, that's where it was. Something like that, through there. That's what I shot. Let's have another go. Manor's got a big secret entrance. Now this would have been a long driveway where the cart or whatever, horse and cart maybe, would have come along. The walls either side. Nice big posh driveway leading you all up to your manor house. Not so posh anymore. Nature has well and truly taken over. What about that then? The manor house, look at that for a beauty. Now, I just saying it doesn't look as good as when I was last here, because all this was all golden leaves from, I think, probably in autumn colours, and then the canopy on the trees were thicker, so it made this look very moody and subdued and, you know, more closed in and encapsulated in the wonderland of time and colours. But now it's just looking a bit open and very sparse, but it's still, what an absolute dream sort of location. And I hope they keep these places around, because they are phenomenal to come and look at and see and find. They really are.
We'll go back up there.
Steve's telling me off. I know the situation's changed. I'm not in the same place. I've just come down to this little green car that I was talking about right back at the beginning. Steve's saying to me he wants to drag me back up the road to finish my vlog. Now, I ended up the vlog wherever I was. I think I was at the manor. I lost it. My head went. I fell back into my depressive side. My I shouldn't be here mode, I shouldn't be happy mode, I shouldn't be this mode. And I got my puzzle and I basically smashed the puzzle up and threw all the pieces in different directions. And I'm out with everyone else and we've been talking, they're all here, they're all supportive of me and stuff like that, which is great. And it's good to have, it is about picking pieces up, yeah, you're right. So instead of me ending the vlog the way it should have been done, I'm going to end it now, just as a cut-off point, knowing that this is reality to what I am, how things are at the moment, and how I need to put the pieces back together, and how I need to try and repair what's going on in my head. Now, if you haven't watched the last 2 or 3 videos that have been me about just moaning and groaning on about all my problems and woe me and all that sort of thing, it's the honest truth. And I'm only doing it because I'm hoping that a few people can relate to it and maybe, you know, realise they're not the only people like it. I mean, you see me out on videos doing all sorts of crazy mad stuff, getting excited over daffodils or whatever, you know what I like. I'm just nuts, aren't I? But inside I've been an absolute wreck. And this is why I wanted to just carry on this, because it's true, and it's not everybody out there that you see on these films and videos are really what you see. There is some hidden stuff going on behind, and that's what I'm basically doing it for. You're not alone, you're not the only people out there. Don't suffer on your own, because there are people around that we'll talk to, and like I said to you before in other videos, that if you want to drop me a comment, we'll have a chat. It's been helpful for me, and I'm hoping I can help others. So I'm going to end the video now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Do us a favour, give us that thumbs up, even if you didn't enjoy it. And I will come back in August. I think Steve's coming back anyway, because that place is going to be awesome with the fall colours. Did I say August? Yeah, autumn. August time, September, October. We'll do the colours as and when they appear. So yeah, ta-da, see you soon. Bye-bye.